William and Clarence had called an emergency meeting. They had invited representatives from the medical board and headquarters, infrastructure, and citizen services departments. They'd also invited Kalink and Peter. As good as the financials have become, there will be money decisions to be made. Ulyev started the meeting with, "Thank you for attending on such short notice. The first situation we need to discuss is the current epidemic. I would like to invite Alexei, our chief medical officer, to update us. I know your group is actively working on the situation. Can you provide an update and potential timelines?" Alexei began. "We have our best researchers investigating the strain of the epidemic, and we're exploring the possibility of developing an effective vaccine. We're estimating it will take 6 months to complete the research." Alexei continued. "Once the research is done, and provided it's favorable, we'll begin a vaccination public awareness campaign. We can and will make the inoculations mandatory, but you know as well as I that there will be holdouts. It's imperative that everyone be safeguarded and we inform them of the benefits." Ulyov said, "Thank you, Alexei. Looks like we're in good hands with respect to the epidemic. If there's anything else needed, you know where we are." Ulyov continued, "Clarence will take over the meeting now. He's most familiar with the next issue." Clarence said, "Thank you, Ulyov. Yes, I'm learning more about garbage and its processing than I ever thought I would." Muted laughter ensued. Clarence continued, "A compounding factor to our health situation is our inability to process garbage as quickly as we need to. Bottom line, the garbage is piling up and causing further health issues. We need to attack this problem from 3 different directions. The first being strategically placing and building more garbage container stands, preferably of the larger variety. Doing this will reduce the number of trips our trucks need to make as they will be traveling with fuller loads. The second being adding a few more technical services offices to help deal with the residential and industrial waste that is piling up. We haven't confirmed exactly how many we'll need, but at least 2 more. We can also leverage these for the winter months by purchasing a few more snowplows. Point 2 leads us to number 3. The obvious thing is, as we add garbage stands and technical service offices, we spend money. And the spending doesn't stop with the buildings. We need to add garbage collection vehicles for the new technical services offices and make sure that we've maxed out our capacity for vehicles at our existing offices." Clarence looked to Peter and asked, "Peter, could give an overview of the impacts to the budget, please?" Peter began. "Thanks to everyone's efforts, we've put our economy in a good place. Our expenses have dropped and revenues have increased. We've built a substantial bank account, and as a result, the increased spending needed, while not optimal, will not have a major impact on our overall budget. I could not have made that statement as little as a year ago." Clarence said, "Thank you for the update, Peter. It's a good thing we're able to react as we are. One last thing. We have access to a number of quickly deployed technical services offices. Given that our situation is dire, we'll be getting them in service as quickly as we can." Ulyev wrapped the meeting up by saying, "Thank you, everyone, for rowing the boat in the same direction. We're getting a handle on our issues and fully expect to come out the other side in a better place. Have a fantastic rest of your day." Hi, Cheap here. Welcome to episode 62-2 of my Let's Play with Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic, Rote Bucht 1.0 Reboot. Welcome and thank you for taking time out of your day to come hang with me. So, yeah, we're a good year and a bit, maybe a year and a half on from where our last episode ended up. What I had done was recorded episodes 62, 63, and by the time I got to episode 64, the Republic was unsavable. There was just pollution causing life expectancy to drop. Population went down to under 4,000 and just couldn't sustain any industries, and the whole thing collapsed. So what I ended up doing was dropping back an episode to see what was going on with the pollution. And my thoughts were, with respect to the pollution, was just all of the industry that was close to the starter town. So we've got this full on big refinery here. So I shut down the other refinery. There isn't really a good option to shut down our whole clothing and food industries there. They're not quite as close as the refinery was, but they're close enough to where people live that depending on the wind, could have an effect. But that was something that I knew off the get go. That was definitely something that was just going to be a thing for that starter town, which is one of the reasons why I went and did the research on the pollution pretty early on. But so at any rate, I was frustrated and really unsure of why. After shutting down what I thought was the big polluter, um, they couldn't deal with it, and um, as it turns out, what the real problem was garbage. It was piled up everywhere. You can see. I'll run you to the towns and show what what ended up happening and what my solution was. But I ended up not even just being able to go back to episode 63 and redoing that one. I had to go back to episode 62 because there just wasn't enough time to get it all under control, and that's what I did. So basically, what I did was is I wanted to make sure that I was back in a good position. So we ran this forward here, and you can see that we're doing quite well now. We're exporting all kinds of chemicals and plastics and steel and things that are worth a fair chunk of money. I think what one of the months we actually had over 200,000 in profit. I think it was probably not buying vehicles that was the prime situation there, but all good. We're in good shape here. Hopefully later this episode, I'm going to build electronic components and then an electronic factory up here, and I've built the storages that we're going to need, and they're wired in. Excuse me. For products that we need, except for this fuel one. I honestly don't know what's going on with this. We'll have a look at it a little bit later, but yeah, when these came online, the way this line was connected, I thought that was going to be the fuel one. Because of it being connected up to this pump, which was feeding fuel here. Not so much. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna have to do to get fuel into this storage, but that's for something a little bit later on. We've got a long ways to go before we have to concern ourselves with the packaging and everything else. I mean, we started on the container port, but it's, as you can see, ways away. We're bringing concrete at a slowish pace. The other thing as well, for the university, obviously the birth rate promotions go on a cycle and are in effect for a while. We've got a boosting the birth rate in effect right now, so we're not researching anything right at this point in time. But something else that I realized that I didn't know about was this whole vaccine and vaccination that will kick in from time to time. So these only work for a certain amount of time, and then they need to be researched again, which in my mind, I guess, makes some sense in terms of what they talk about for virology. New strains of things come out and are need to be researched and dealt with. So we've had, or I've had, two pandemics, in July 1984 and July 1985, that we dealt with and currently are dealing with in the Republic, which is why we were down a little bit from where our peak was, and why the lifespan and health change is happening. But our hospitals are managing. There's nobody not getting treated. I've added a couple of extra ambulances in Mazzina. I didn't have to do that in the starter town, and there's fewer patients. So I think we're managing that pretty well, even though we're on a little bit of a slide down. Everything's under control ish. So yeah, I think we're pretty good. We will start on our container loading, liquid container loading, soon-ish. I really just want to get a few other things dealt with. Oh, and I've built out our oil. There's really just one more pump set of 3 pump jacks that we need to implement at some point. These are both full, so we're pretty good. And then as we up our production of fuel and bitumen and start exporting oil, yeah, we'll see where that all lands, and also build another storage that you can see here. So just to give you an idea of what happened, and maybe a certain amount of comfort in the fact that I didn't use the cheat menu or push anything in. What happened is we've just upped our this is our whole production. You can see that there aren't gaps in any of this. Our import has continued on for those months. There's been no injection of cash. We're just making a lot of money from those exports, which is awesome. And this is all-time loan interest. This is there's no loans in effect right now. So cool. Our production. This is all time. This is you can see where we've gone and what's happening, and our consumption. All of this stuff is pretty consistent with from where we started to today. I just wanted to just let you know that this was legit. You can see we're leveling out. Let's go all. You can see where we started, the drop that precipitated me going offline and running this through to find out what the problem was, where I finally found out about garbage and the pollution that it was causing. And it was drastic, like unbelievably drastic, what it did to the population. That it was like a switch being turned off. There was nothing that could be done. People were just dropping left, right, and center. Their life expectancy was down to about 50 years of age, whereas right now I think it's just under 80. I've seen it as high as 82 before this most recent epidemic. So anyway, I'm yammering on. We should do a couple of things because it's not going to be too much longer since before we get our container port up and running. And something else that I wanted to let you know about as well, the city itself. So our garbage, this technical office was in effect, but it only had the large garbage vehicles. So I added some small ones that helped cover part of the city. I added some snow plows as well, just to help keep the roads clean here because we have the bus route here, and it's important to keep people employed. Plus, our plastics and chemical industry needs to be employed as well. And this area really wasn't very well covered for a fire department. And given the fact that we have, 9,000 ish workers, I thought it was a pretty smart maneuver to put some fire protection in. And yeah, cool. We're getting our concrete in. Things coming together there. So awesome. We also built these other DOs. We're actually doing an export of our bitumen and fuel from here for the time being. That's partly why our cash is going up, which is awesome. Yeah, so we're doing pretty well here. We have expanded the city, or I have expanded the city. We've got this heater in action right now, and I think it's turned off because of the fact that it's 29 degrees right at this point in time. One of the things that was really causing an issue was the garbage. Both garbages here, the mixed waste and hazardous waste, was just overflowing at the hospital, and it was doing the same thing in the starter town as well. So what I ended up doing was putting in a big garbage container here that pretty much covers these three buildings, as well as the ones in behind here. To it needed, we needed those collection points, and we've got them here as well. Oh, fires, yay! Heat exchanger in the yeah, that should be fine in the starter town. One thing I haven't done is check out the, so there is biological, so we should probably put a couple of biological, and we separated this one out, biological, burnable, and there's some plastics and other things in there as well. Yeah, to manage all of this. So, but it also made it easier to for pickups. But the other thing that I did as well, and the new city wasn't nearly as bad as the old city, but it was still not great. I built this technical office and staffed it with a couple of I wanted of fire extinguished. Thank you. Of vehicles, big and small. This was already full, but these guys were running flat out. They couldn't keep up without the help of the far the in the industrial area and over here, just plain couldn't keep up. No how, no way. Also did some other work in here as well, adding in what I could for vehicles. I can't remember exactly if this was already maxed out or if it was something that I did while while we were you know while I was on the garbage mission. Sorry, blanked out for a second there. And we had issues with coal supply. There was, yeah, it was it was a little scary there for a while. Up the people numbers here a little bit. Just nothing too serious. They're keeping. I just want to keep the mixed waste down to a dull roar, and also being able to burn everything that comes in. We have a little bit. This stuff gets exported. I really don't want to try to squeeze it into our production chain. It just recover it and sell it. That's all good. This one we do take the fertilizer and distribute it to our farms, so that's cool. I try. You'll see a loading station here. I tried to hook that into the storage here, but it just, yeah, it wasn't cooperating. So what I did was hook it off there, and then at our new DO area, or CO area, sorry. This was sort of like we'd run out. We'd start some big projects, and boom, 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 done. But something else that caused an issue with this was the fact that our cement plant was online all the time, and it would just basically grab all, whenever a truckload came in, shunk, it would end up in the cement plant, and it would never ever get out into a construction site. So that was a bit of an issue as well. So we have everything that happened there getting dealt with. Now, oh yes, another thing. So our heat was an issue, and basically what I did I didn't have to add any vehicles onto the line, but by changing this to an asphalt road, made it possible so that I don't remember last year. I wanted to go through one full winter to make sure that I had this working, and I'm going to pay attention again to this winter just to see. But just by doing that, the vehicles seem to get there on a pretty steady basis. So. And I did the same thing in the new city, and this was less drastic. It just making it a gravel, and I think next summer I'm going to change it to asphalt, because it's warm enough. You can if I remember to do it, because I had planned on doing this a couple of times, but missed out my opportunities in the summer to do that. So yeah, I don't remember honestly getting a notification that in the winter that they were out of production. So yeah, that's a couple of small things. Okay, onto the garbage here. This was crazy. I maxed out all of the technical offices with the garbage that we could I could, and it just wasn't clearing up. It was a no how no way kind of situation, not happening. So basically, what I did, and I'll have to build onto this, but I built or placed two of the free technical offices, and staffed them up with six more garbage trucks, and that seemed to take the heat off here once we got that in got that going. You'll see that there's nothing overflowing. We've got guys coming to take care of this. And I'm not sure that I would do a small one again for excuse me, for places like the hospital. It's just, yeah, when the trucks come to do this, you'll see a lot of, and you can actually see this one increasing, and it's primarily because of the hospital. But at any rate, it just takes a long, the loads for these things, 1.44 tons of mixed waste. If you fill all of these up, that's that's how much weight that's 20% of one of the trucks, I think, ish, in that range. So when you look at the biological waste and the hazardous waste, it's just a drop in the bucket for the truck to come and pick it up and take it away, because they don't, there's just, yeah, anyway. um it takes it's not efficient. We don't fill the big containers up. So I think when I plan them out next time, I would use the larger containers, the larger stands, if you will. These ones, let me show you. These ones here, one of these two, because of the amount that they can store in each of their containers. Fewer trips for the trucks that service them. That's really the bottom line that I'm concerned with on that. So anyway, stop production. I think that's an issue with our temperature. Yeah. I'm going to get rid of these epidemic situations. I just wanted you to be aware of the fact that we've gone through the epidemic. So, yeah, let's. I've talked and talked and talked, and we're in a good place here for treating people. The university. We don't need to do any research right now because we're on an increased birth rate, and we have the vaccination stuff all under control. I don't think I need to keep this window here anymore. I still, I'm still keeping an eye on the university and the hospitals, just because we are in a situation, an epidemic. I don't think I need to. We've only got the one construction going on, so I don't need to keep this as close a watch on that as we needed to. So, as I felt like I needed to. So, what do we need? I need to create a medium ship dock so that we can purchase the vehicles. I'm not going to be making them. Just the amount of effort, materials, everything else that goes into that. I think we're on a pretty good path for cash now. So buying those vehicles probably isn't going to be that big a deal. I'm hoping. We'll see. And the other thing that I wanted to put in place was a small cargo harbor to a place over here, so we can continue production in this area and export right off of here. But this is a very special place. Yeah, you can see that this is, yeah, it's pretty steep. So we'll be doing a little bit of terrain management. Now, I just want to move in a little bit closer. I don't want to get too close to here, and I think I want to go 1, 2, 3. I think 4 is a pretty good. That's I think 40 meters. Is that? I think each one of those red lines was 10 meters, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, I just want to bring that out a little bit, try to get it as close as I can to level across. And let's see if we can get a medium ship dock in here. Okay, yeah, we can. So now, I want this kind of in this area. We'll bring this out so it's covering up the shore. Okay, now let's smooth this back a little bit. I'm going in slow-mo mode here. Normal speed, I should say. What I'm trying to do is make it possible to get a road in here or out of the and pushing this back can oftentimes make it possible to do that. Let's see where that gets us. Okay, awesome. Good, we can get the road out. But I also want to do another thing. I want to connect this up. Is it there? Okay. And I want that to be on a line something like this, and then I want this to come out and follow along here for the rail. If we ever get to rail, that is. Okay. Didn't work quite the way I wanted it to. Wanted to maybe this needs to be a little bit further. I don't know. I thought that would arc in there reasonably well. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, so I would like to have this asphalt, and the sooner I start on that, the better. Okay, I can split this into, I think, 3 sections. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this. This doesn't need anything more than a dirt road. It will likely need, yeah, it will need power. We'll get that that's sorted out soon. Okay, and the other thing that okay, so that's there. Why don't I? Okay, I'm trying to go as fast as I can here, and it's not particularly helpful, is it? We'll get two chunks of road going. And actually, I think we could even start, because this is pretty steel hungry and concrete hungry. I think we could also start on bringing materials here as well. Cool. Yeah, so this is just going to be a much faster way, and it will bypass the city as well for the CO and the delivery folks. So it's going to free up some traffic through the city from a material perspective. So yeah, it's definitely something that I want to. I've been eyeing up for a while. So let's do. I think it makes sense to try to do some smoothing here first. Because what's going in here will be there'll be some storages and some what? I'll get the words out in a second. Some storages and an export harbor for the materials, the bricks, prefabs, and cement. Yeah, the more yellow I can make those lines, the easier it's going to be to get roads and factory connections and that kind of thing in place. Okay. Let's, pardon me. Let's go back and do the 1, 2, 3, 4. Gonna try moving a bunch of dirt here because I'm not 100% sure where exactly I want to place this. I know the most space I have is right there, but there's also some space over here. When I say space, I mean for there's an open storage, a warehouse, and a tickle in my throat, a dry bulk storage that's going to go in here as well. That'll allow me to build my or to export all of those things. So this is just going to be a small one. We don't need. I just want them to be in place. The the exports options for that. Now I think I had it over here before when I was doing a couple of little tests. We can start with that. Mind you, if it's closer to the source, if you will, might make more sense to have that here. Okay, let's try that and see where we're at. Yeah, there's enough space there. You can't get past this bridge anyway, and I don't know if I want to take it down anyway. So, okay, open storage. That'll be for bricks and prefabs. And I just need to decide which one I want to use. 1100. I don't. Yeah, that's. This is probably. Oh no. let's not use that one. Okay. This is 200. Yeah, that's, I think. Because if the ship that I'm going to use here isn't huge and isn't super fast either, so yeah, we're hanging there pretty much. Now. Just I'm trying to remember exactly if I tee this, if I go like this, or do we connect it off of that one? Oh, really? Oh, so they're all. Well, that's a little annoying, isn't it? Okay, well, let's try this. Okay. Yes, and now an actual warehouse. That'll be for the mechanical components. We really don't need anything. Yeah. Super big here with that either. Let's make a little. Let's zoom in just a teeny bit. Those don't need to be connected. So this is our open storage. This is our mechanical components, and then I need a dry bulk. Pardon me. Little burp there. 200. Okay, let's do this. Sure. That's good. Now, what my plan here is to, where are we at? Sorry. Oh, there we are. Right here. Employ a ooh, that's a little. I might have to move that over a little bit. I think I will. And when I say that, I mean the silo. Let's get this lined up here. Okay, cool. That works. And we'll need, quite sure what I'm going to need here. Okay, let's, sorry, I'm getting, okay, that's good. This one I could do like that. It's probably not a bad idea to make two of them. Have connections to the port for two of them, because we're going to have... Oh, seriously? Oh, because of the... Shoot. Of course. Of course. I don't know that I'll be able to terrain smooth that enough to actually have an effect. Yeah, no, it's not gonna have an effect at all. Well, we're getting materials here. And how's our road doing? We just need some asphalt, which is on its way, and I think the same scenario over here. So, yeah, they're bringing what we need in. So, what I need to do is shoot. It's funny, it'll connect there, but it won't connect here. Well, funny. Annoying. Maybe what if I go from this direction? No, still. And this one will connect. That one. Like having them laid out nicely like that. Symmetrical, I guess, is the... Let's demolish that and demolish this one and see if we can do a little bit smoothing here. Okay. Try this again. And I wanted to key that so that we're on this angle. That looks like it's going to connect. Okay. I don't want to plunk it in because I want to make sure that I've left myself enough space here to get the road out. So I think that's probably pretty good. And not mess the terrain up. Okay. Oh, I hope I saw the terrain move there. Oh no, it's connecting. Okay, good. So we can get rid of these guys. I just used them as placeholders. Makes it easier to get at. Okay. Commit to that little situation there. And now, what I need to have happen is get some. I think it was 4. So I'll need. Do I need 4? I think I need 4. 4 of these because what I want them to do is have one for each. One garage for each product. And maybe I just need 3 of them. Let's see. Okay. Now, this is such a hard decision. I'm gonna smooth. Just trying to figure out. Or do I do it this way to keep them symmetrical? Yes, that's a thing. Okay. Oh, they have to be that far apart before they'll... Yikes. Didn't think that was... I thought we could... Oh, I see where the dots are. Is this side any better? Nope. So they have to be that far apart. I don't think that's going to work out very well. Yeah. I'm not, I guess I could build them off I could build two of them here off of this side. Yeah, let's do that too. And then two on the other side. I think that, that works better. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm all right. Except for the road, but we can get the road out. I'm quite sure that that's not an issue. Just want to... And then let's smooth this. Because I'm going to need to place... let's see, can it be done? Okay, that's working pretty well there. I think the one major line is not going to be a big deal. Don't need those connected, but I do want to have them... oh, see, it's letting me put them very close together. Let me see. About this, if that I think this'll make it make it possible for me to finish a sentence. Oh my goodness. Okay. I need this to connect here. And then forklift garage is going to be okay. Yeah. because I need one there, and I do this way. One there. Okay, I think we got it. Everything's connected, and we just need to do some road action here. Yeah, this can come out without too much issue. Yeah, we're good. I'll add the roads in next time. I think we're in a 51 minutes, so we'll get the roads dealt with next time. And yeah. So what the idea is, we use trucks to bring over the excess materials, drop them off in our 3 drop-off locations, and we have at least a couple of ships here that we can get exporting to the borders. Awesome. Okay, I guess they're starting to bring... Oh, I was on slow mode, that's why. Yeah, my bad. All good. Let's go. It's hanging in that 80-ish range, 78 to 80, somewhere in there. I think we're still probably feeling some of the effects of the what? Some of the effects of the epidemic, I'm thinking. So we'll do a little bit of okay, that road is done, so let's get our next section dealt with. Oh, you wanted to go back that way? Yeah, no doubt. Well, maybe I can... Yeah, I'll... Let's just quickly pause this. Was that going to sneak by? Yep. Cool. Okay, so now they can bring materials down that road, and I can actually make this. Oh, shoot! I forgot about that little piece there. Okay. Awesome. So get those. Bringing materials for those. How are we doing for gravel? We're hanging in there. Okay. I think it's until we get this this road asphalted. We're not going to see many of the shipment vehicles using this shortcut, but yeah, it will. We'll get there. Okay. Heating problem. Oh, because we're okay. Heating problem. Okay. Yeah. All right. Sorry, got a little gun shy there. After talking about how the heating issues were a thing in the past. I don't know that they're necessarily a thing of the past, but they're certainly less in number than they were. How are our hospitals looking? There's still a fair number of patients getting treated. Ebbs and flows. We're still in the the increased birth rate. So cool. All right, I'm going to call that an episode. Thanks for hanging with me today. Really appreciate you coming to do that. And hopefully, yeah, if you got something to say, let me know. Throw something in the comments. I'd love to chat with all of you. Anyway, have yourself a wonderful day, and hope to see you in the next episode. Cheers. Bye now.